Have you ever wondered what really happens inside your body every time you masturbate? Many men don't realize that their prostate undergoes immediate and long-term changes during and after ejaculation. And here's something even more surprising. Some of these changes can be beneficial, while others could be concerning if overlooked. In this video, we're uncovering 6 key changes that happen to your prostate when you masturbate. From blood flow and hormonal shifts to potential effects on long-term prostate health, these changes play a crucial role in how your body functions as you age. By understanding them, you can make better decisions about your health, your habits, and your future well-being. Stay tuned until the end, because you'll not only discover what happens each time you ejaculate, but also learn how these changes impact your prostate over time. Some of these insights might completely shift the way you think about your body and could even help you prevent serious health complications down the road. Now let's get started. Number 1, impact on prostate cancer risk. One of the most debated topics regarding masturbation and prostate health is its potential role in reducing the risk of prostate cancer. Over the years, several studies have suggested that regular ejaculation may help flush out carcinogens and inflammatory agents from the prostate, potentially lowering the risk of developing prostate cancer later in life. The reasoning behind this is fairly simple. The prostate is a gland that produces seminal fluid, and over time it can accumulate toxins, metabolic byproducts, and excess hormones. If these substances are not regularly expelled, they may contribute to cellular damage and inflammation, 2 factors that are linked to increased cancer risk. Some researchers believe that frequent ejaculation helps clear out these potentially harmful substances, keeping the prostate in better condition. For instance, a well-known study conducted by Harvard, researchers found that men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a significantly lower risk of prostate cancer compared to those who did so less frequently. While this doesn't mean every man needs to reach a specific number, it does suggest that a regular pattern of ejaculation could be beneficial for prostate health. However, it's important to note that this is just one piece of the puzzle. Genetics, diet, lifestyle, and overall health all play a major role in prostate cancer risk. Let's take James, a 74-year-old who had a family history of prostate cancer. Concerned about his risk, he started researching ways to improve his prostate health. He discovered that maintaining an active sex life, along with proper nutrition and regular checkups, could contribute to reducing his overall risk. After consulting his doctor, he made simple but effective changes, including more frequent ejaculation, a diet rich in cruciferous vegetables, and an exercise routine designed to support hormone balance. Over time, he noticed improvements in his overall well-being and felt more confident about his health. That being said, ejaculation alone is not a guaranteed way to prevent prostate cancer. It should be seen as one of many lifestyle factors that contribute to better prostate health. Maintaining a healthy diet, reducing stress, staying physically active, and getting regular prostate screenings are just as important, if not more. Number 2, temporary reduction in prostate congestion. One of the less talked about benefits of masturbation is that it can help clear out excess seminal fluid that accumulates in the prostate. This process, sometimes called prostatic drainage, plays an important role in maintaining prostate health. When you ejaculate, the prostate releases buildup fluid, reducing internal pressure and potentially lowering the risk of discomfort and inflammation. For most men, this means a feeling of relief and relaxation after ejaculation. But for others, particularly those who don't ejaculate often, this buildup can lead to temporary congestion, which may cause mild pelvic discomfort or an increased urge to urinate. This is especially true for men with benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or chronic prostatitis, where stagnant fluid inside the prostate can become a source of irritation. Take Richard, a 72-year-old retiree who hadn't been sexually active for months. He started noticing a dull, aching sensation in his lower abdomen and frequent nighttime urination. His doctor explained that his prostate was experiencing mild congestion due to a lack of ejaculation, leading to increased inflammation and pressure on his bladder. To his surprise, the doctor recommended regular ejaculation as a way to ease the buildup and improve his symptoms. After following this advice, Richard noticed a significant reduction in discomfort and fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom. This doesn't mean that all men need to follow a set frequency, but it does highlight an important point. Ejaculation can be a natural way to relieve prostate congestion. However, if you notice discomfort even after ejaculation, or if the relief is only temporary, it could indicate an underlying issue that requires medical attention. The key takeaway here is that for many men, moderate masturbation may provide a simple way to support prostate health and reduce unnecessary discomfort. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, hormonal shifts in testosterone regulation. When you masturbate, your body's hormone levels fluctuate, particularly testosterone and dihydrotestosterone DHT. These hormones play a crucial role in prostate function, muscle strength, and overall male health. While testosterone naturally rises and falls throughout the day, sexual activity can cause a temporary drop in its levels immediately after ejaculation. For younger men, this drop is barely noticeable because their bodies quickly replenish testosterone. But as men age, testosterone production naturally declines, and frequent ejaculation can contribute to temporary dips in energy, motivation, and muscle recovery. This is why some men, particularly those in their 60s and 70s, may feel a bit more fatigued after masturbation than they did when they were younger. However, this decrease is short-lived, and in most cases, testosterone levels return to baseline within 24 hours. Then there's DHT, a more potent form of testosterone that is strongly linked to prostate health. While DHT is essential for normal male development, excessive levels can contribute to prostate enlargement and even hair loss. Some studies suggest that frequent ejaculation might help reduce DHT buildup, which could lower the risk of developing benign prostatic hyperplasia BPH over time. However, the balance is delicate. Too little DHT can affect libido and overall vitality, while too much may contribute to prostate issues. Consider Frank, a 68-year-old who had been feeling unusually sluggish for weeks. He had noticed a gradual decline in his energy levels and a slight dip in motivation. After speaking with his doctor, he learned that his frequent late-night masturbation habits might have been affecting his testosterone balance. By adjusting his routine, including better sleep, strength training, and a nutrient-rich diet, he was able to restore his energy and maintain a healthy hormonal balance, while still enjoying a normal sex life. For most men, these hormonal shifts aren't a cause for concern, but they are important to be aware of as you age. Understanding the role of testosterone and DHT in your body can help you make more informed choices about your habits and overall health. If you find yourself experiencing persistent fatigue, low libido, or changes in muscle strength, it may be worth discussing hormonal balance with a doctor. Masturbation itself isn't harmful, but like everything else, moderation is key, especially when it comes to maintaining healthy hormone levels and supporting long-term prostate health. Number 4, increased blood flow to the prostate. One of the first things that happens when you masturbate is a surge in blood flow to the prostate. This is part of your body's natural response during sexual arousal, and it serves an important function. The prostate gland, which sits just below the bladder, is responsible for producing seminal fluid. And when you become aroused, it receives an influx of oxygen-rich blood to support its role in ejaculation. Now, for most men, this process happens without any noticeable discomfort. But for some, particularly those with an enlarged or inflamed prostate, this increased blood flow can lead to temporary swelling and pressure in the pelvic area. That's why some men experience a feeling of fullness or mild discomfort after ejaculation, especially if they already have conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or prostatitis. Take George, for example. At 74, he had been dealing with mild prostate enlargement for years. Most of the time, it wasn't much of an issue, but he started noticing a dull ache in his lower abdomen after ejaculating. At first, he ignored it, but over time, the discomfort lingered longer, making it difficult for him to sleep. Eventually, he spoke to his doctor, who explained that the increased blood flow during sexual activity was temporarily inflaming his already enlarged prostate. The doctor reassured him that, in moderation, ejaculation was still beneficial, but he also suggested hydration, dietary changes, and pelvic floor relaxation exercises to help reduce post-ejaculation discomfort. For most men, this temporary swelling is nothing to worry about. It's just part of how the body regulates blood circulation. However, if you notice prolonged discomfort, difficulty urinating, or lingering pain after ejaculation, it might be worth checking in with your doctor. While masturbation itself doesn't cause prostate problems, underlying conditions like BPH or prostatitis can make the after effects more noticeable. Being aware of how your body reacts can help you make better decisions about your health and avoid unnecessary discomfort. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, effects on urinary function. For many older men, urinary health becomes a growing concern. And interestingly, masturbation can play a role in how well the urinary system functions. Since the prostate is positioned just below the bladder and surrounds part of the urethra, its condition directly affects urinary flow, urgency, and frequency. When you ejaculate, the prostate temporarily contracts and then relaxes, which can lead to a short-term increase in urinary urgency or a feeling of incomplete emptying, especially if the prostate is already enlarged. This is particularly relevant for men with benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), a common condition where the prostate enlarges with age and compresses the urethra, making urination more difficult. Some men notice that after ejaculation, their stream is weaker, or they feel the need to urinate multiple times in quick succession. This happens because the muscles controlling the bladder and prostate undergo a brief period of readjustment after sexual activity. Take Robert, a 70-year-old who started experiencing more frequent nighttime urination. At first, he assumed it was just part of aging, but after discussing it with his doctor, he learned that his prostate was slightly enlarged, which was affecting his urinary control. He also realized that after masturbation, he often felt an increased sense of urgency, but struggled with a weaker stream. With this knowledge, he started adjusting his hydration habits, limiting caffeine and alcohol, and tracking when he experienced these symptoms the most. Over time, he found ways to manage his urination patterns more effectively, making nights more restful. However, for men without significant prostate enlargement, masturbation may actually help relax the pelvic muscles and improve urinary flow in the long run. Some urologists even suggest that periodic ejaculation may be beneficial for keeping the prostate more flexible and reducing stagnation that can contribute to inflammation. But the key is to pay attention to your body's signals. If urination feels increasingly difficult or uncomfortable after ejaculation, it could be a sign of an underlying issue that needs medical attention. Ultimately, while masturbation can influence urinary patterns, its effects vary depending on prostate health, hydration levels, and overall lifestyle habits. If you notice changes in your urinary function that seem linked to sexual activity, it's worth discussing with a doctor to determine whether it's normal or something that requires further evaluation. Keeping a healthy balance in all aspects of life, including hydration, exercise, and prostate care, can help ensure that urinary function remains stable as you age. Number 6, circulatory benefits and blood flow regulation. One of the lesser-known effects of masturbation is its impact on blood circulation, particularly in older men. Every time you engage in sexual activity, whether alone or with a partner, your heart rate increases, blood vessels expand, and oxygen-rich blood circulates more efficiently throughout your body. This temporary boost in circulation can provide mild cardiovascular benefits, similar to light physical activity. However, for men with pre-existing heart conditions, high blood pressure, or circulatory issues, the effects can be more complex. For some men, masturbation acts as a natural stress reliever, helping to relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure in the short term. This is because sexual activity triggers the release of nitric oxide, a compound that helps improve blood flow by dilating blood vessels. Studies have even suggested that regular sexual activity may support heart health by reducing stress-related inflammation and promoting better circulation. However, if you experience dizziness, chest discomfort, or irregular heartbeats after ejaculation, it could indicate an underlying cardiovascular issue that requires medical attention. Consider Alan, a 73-year-old who enjoyed a relatively active lifestyle, but started noticing occasional dizziness after climaxing. He initially brushed it off, assuming it was nothing serious. However, after experiencing a particularly intense episode of lightheadedness, he decided to speak with his doctor. Tests revealed that his blood pressure tended to drop slightly after sexual activity, which explained his symptoms. With a few adjustments to his routine, including better hydration, dietary changes, and spacing out intense activities, he was able to enjoy a normal sex life without unnecessary concerns. On the other hand, poor circulation can contribute to erectile dysfunction (ED), a condition that affects a large percentage of men over 60. In some cases, men may notice a weaker or delayed erectile response, which can be a sign of reduced vascular function. Since an erection relies on proper blood flow, any circulation-related issue, whether it's high cholesterol, arterial stiffness, or diabetes, can interfere with sexual health. Some doctors even view erectile performance as an early indicator of heart health, meaning that changes in sexual function shouldn't be ignored. While masturbation alone won't dramatically improve circulation, it can be one part of an overall strategy to maintain cardiovascular wellness. The key is to pay attention to your body's signals. If you ever experience dizziness, fatigue, or unusual heart palpitations after ejaculation, it's worth getting checked out. Heart health and sexual health are deeply connected, and keeping your blood pressure, cholesterol, and circulation in check will support both. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on the 6 changes we've explored. What stood out to you the most? Did you recognize any of these effects in yourself? Or perhaps gain insight into how your body responds to sexual activity as you age? The truth is, our bodies continue to evolve over time, and understanding these natural processes allows us to make more informed decisions about our health and well-being. Masturbation is often misunderstood, but as we've seen, it has a direct impact on prostate function, hormone balance, mental health, urinary patterns, circulation, and overall well-being. The key takeaway is that, like anything in life, moderation is essential. Paying attention to how your body responds and making adjustments where necessary can help you maintain a healthier and more fulfilling lifestyle. If something doesn't feel right, never hesitate to seek medical advice. Your health is too important to ignore. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Have you ever thought walking could be harmful for some older adults? While staying active is one of the best things you can do for your health, doctors warn that for some older adults, excessive walking can actually worsen existing conditions, increase the risk of injury, and put dangerous strain on the body. The truth is, not all seniors benefit from the same level of physical activity, and in some cases, too much movement can cause more harm than good. In this video, we're diving into 5 specific groups of older adults who need to limit their walking to avoid serious health risks. From those with joint problems to seniors with heart conditions, we'll break down why certain individuals must modify their activity levels to protect their long-term well-being. Stay tuned until the end because you'll discover how to identify if you or someone you love falls into one of these categories and what steps to take to stay healthy without overexertion. Making the right adjustments could be the key to preventing a major health setback. Now let's get started. Number 1, those prone to severe blood pressure fluctuations. For many older adults, maintaining stable blood pressure is a key part of staying healthy. But for those who experience severe fluctuations, either sudden drops or spikes, walking too much can lead to serious consequences. Conditions like orthostatic hypotension, where blood pressure drops suddenly when standing or walking, can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, and even fainting. On the other hand, uncontrolled hypertension can make physical exertion dangerous, increasing the risk of strokes or heart complications. The biggest risk with unstable blood pressure is that symptoms can strike unexpectedly. Someone may feel fine at the start of a walk, but after just a few minutes, they could suddenly experience blurry vision, weakness, or a feeling like they're about to pass out. If they're walking alone or in a public place, this could lead to serious falls, head injuries, or even life-threatening situations. And the problem isn't just with those who already have diagnosed blood pressure issues. Many people may not even realize their body struggles to regulate blood pressure properly until a dangerous episode occurs. Take Eleanor, for example. At 82, she had always been relatively active, but she had also dealt with occasional dizzy spells when standing up too quickly. She assumed it was just a part of aging and ignored it. One morning, she went for a walk as usual, but about 10 minutes in, she suddenly felt her vision go dark, and the next thing she knew, she was on the ground. she had fainted due to a rapid drop in blood pressure, leading to a painful fall and a fractured wrist. After being evaluated by her doctor, she learned that her body was struggling to regulate blood pressure with movement, and she needed to adjust her walking routine, stay hydrated, and use a mobility aid for stability. Once she made these changes, she was able to stay active without putting herself at risk. If you or a loved one experiences frequent dizziness, sudden weakness, or extreme fatigue during walks, it's important to pay close attention to what your body's telling you. Walking is beneficial, but for those with unstable blood pressure, it must be done carefully. Staying hydrated, walking with support, and checking blood pressure regularly can help prevent serious health scares. And in some cases, switching to safer low-impact exercises like seated leg lifts, stretching, or balance exercises may be a better alternative. Knowing your limits can make all the difference when it comes to your health and safety. Number 2, people with chronic heart conditions. For many seniors, walking is one of the best ways to keep the heart strong. But for those with serious heart conditions, too much walking can become a dangerous strain on the cardiovascular system. People with heart failure, arrhythmias, or unstable angina need to be very careful about overexertion, as it can lead to dizziness, breathlessness, and even sudden cardiac events. The heart works harder with every step, and for someone with an already weakened heart, excessive walking can push it beyond safe limits. One of the biggest dangers of heart conditions is that symptoms can appear suddenly and unpredictably. A person may feel fine at the start of a walk, but after just a few minutes, they may experience chest pain, an irregular heartbeat, or severe fatigue. Many people assume they just need to push through, but in reality, this is the body's way of signaling that the heart is under too much stress. Ignoring these early warning signs can lead to serious complications, including heart attacks or strokes. Consider Edward, a 79-year-old man who had been managing mild heart disease for years. He enjoyed walking in the mornings, but over time, he noticed that even short walks left him feeling unusually tired and out of breath. Instead of slowing down, he thought he just needed to build endurance, so he kept increasing his distance. One day, he experienced severe chest tightness and dizziness during a walk, and he had to be rushed to the hospital. His doctor explained that his heart wasn't pumping efficiently, enough to handle the physical stress, and he needed to follow a carefully controlled exercise plan instead of overexerting himself. After switching to short, supervised walks and gentle strength exercises, Edward was able to maintain his health without putting his heart at risk. If you or a loved one has a chronic heart condition, it's crucial to listen to your body and follow medical guidance on physical activity. Walking is beneficial, but only when done within safe limits. Pay attention to signs like shortness of breath, chest discomfort, or sudden fatigue, and never ignore these warning signals. A personalized exercise plan, one that balances movement with safety, can help keep the heart strong without overloading it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, those recovering from recent surgery or injury. One of the most overlooked risks for seniors is walking too much too soon after surgery or injury. While staying mobile is important for recovery, overexertion can delay healing, increase pain, and even lead to complications. Whether it's a hip or knee replacement, a fracture, or a muscle injury, the body needs time to heal properly before it can handle extended periods of walking. Pushing too hard can result in swelling, inflammation, and even re-injury, which could set back the recovery process by months. The biggest issue is that many people underestimate how much stress walking puts on the body. Every step requires the muscles, joints, and bones to work together. And if one part of the body is still healing, it may not be strong enough to support the weight and movement required. For example, someone recovering from hip surgery may feel fine walking short distances indoors, but if they increase their steps too quickly, they could experience joint instability, muscle weakness, or even a dangerous fall. Take Margaret, for example. At 75, she had knee replacement surgery and was eager to get back to her normal routine. Her doctor advised her to take it slow, but she didn't want to feel lazy, so she pushed herself to walk more than recommended. At first, she thought she was making progress, but soon she noticed sharp pain, swelling, and stiffness in her knee. A follow-up visit revealed that she had strained the soft tissues around the joint, delaying her recovery by several weeks. When she finally followed a gradual, controlled walking plan, She healed faster and was able to regain her strength safely. If you or someone you know is recovering from surgery or an injury, it's important to prioritize healing before increasing activity levels. Follow your doctor's or physical therapist's recommendations and listen to your body. If walking is causing pain, fatigue, or swelling, it may be a sign that you need to slow down. Recovery isn't just about movement. It's about giving your body the time and care it needs to rebuild strength without unnecessary setbacks. Number 4, seniors with severe peripheral neuropathy. For many seniors, walking feels like second nature. But for those with severe peripheral neuropathy, a condition that affects the nerves in the feet and legs, walking can become not just difficult, but dangerous. Peripheral neuropathy often causes numbness, tingling, weakness, and even sharp pain, making it hard to maintain balance or feel the ground properly. This significantly increases the risk of falls, injuries, and even long-term mobility issues. One of the biggest dangers of neuropathy is that the nerves responsible for detecting pain and pressure don't function properly. This means that someone with neuropathy might not realize they've injured their foot, twisted an ankle, or developed sores from walking too much. Many seniors with this condition don't notice the problem until it becomes serious, leading to infections, ulcers, or even the need for amputation in extreme cases. Consider Frank, a 78-year-old man diagnosed with diabetic neuropathy. For years, he enjoyed taking daily walks around his neighborhood, but over time, he noticed that his feet were becoming increasingly numb. One day, after a particularly long walk, he discovered a deep blister on his foot. But because he couldn't feel it, he had kept walking on it for hours. By the time he noticed, the wound had worsened, leading to an infection that required weeks of medical treatment. His doctor advised him to limit his walking, wear supportive shoes, and check his feet daily for signs of injury. By making these adjustments, Frank was able to stay active while reducing his risk of serious complications. If you or someone you love has peripheral neuropathy, it's essential to take precautions before walking long distances. Wearing proper footwear, walking on stable surfaces, and doing balance exercises can help reduce the risk of falls and injuries. And most importantly, regular foot checks and medical evaluations can catch problems before they become serious. For those with severe neuropathy, switching to low-impact exercises like swimming or seated workouts may be a safer alternative to walking long distances. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, seniors with severe arthritis. One of the most common reasons doctors advise certain seniors to limit their walking is severe arthritis. Many older adults experience joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation. But for those with advanced osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, excessive walking can actually worsen their condition rather than help it. The joints, especially the knees, hips, and ankles, bear the weight of every step, and when the cushioning cartilage is already worn down, too much movement can lead to painful swelling, increased stiffness, and even long-term joint damage. The problem is that many people believe staying active will always make things better, so they push through the pain, thinking they are doing their body a favor. But when the cartilage is already deteriorated, forcing movement on inflamed joints can actually accelerate the damage, leading to bone-on-bone friction. Over time, this can make everyday activities like standing, bending, or even getting out of bed more painful than before. Take Robert, for example. At 81, he had always been an active man and loved his daily walks. But over time, he noticed that his knees were becoming swollen and stiff after every walk. Instead of giving his body the rest it needed, he kept pushing himself, thinking he was just working through the stiffness. Eventually, the pain got so severe that he struggled to climb stairs or even stand for long periods. His doctor explained that excessive walking was aggravating his arthritis, and what he really needed was gentle, low-impact movement, like swimming or cycling to strengthen his muscles without putting strain on his joints. Once he adjusted his routine, he noticed a significant reduction in pain, better mobility, and even improved energy levels. If you or someone you know has severe arthritis, it's crucial to listen to your body. Instead of long walks that can exacerbate joint inflammation, opt for activities that support mobility without overloading the joints. Swimming, chair exercises, and light stretching can help keep you active without causing unnecessary pain. And always pay attention to what your body's telling you. If walking is causing more pain than relief, it may be time to adjust your routine. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on these 5 groups of older adults who may need to limit their walking to protect their health. While walking is an essential part of staying active, it's not always beneficial for everyone. If you or someone you love falls into one of these categories, modifying your activity and listening to your body can help prevent unnecessary pain, injury, and health complications. Which of these situations resonated with you the most? Have you noticed any of these warning signs in yourself or a loved one? We'd love to hear from you. Sharing your experiences in the comments could help others who might be facing the same challenges. Protecting your health after 70 isn't just about staying active. It's about staying active the right way. By making small, smart adjustments, whether it's reducing your walking distance, switching to lower impact exercises, or using proper support when needed, you can maintain mobility without putting yourself at risk. Taking care of your body today means enjoying better health, more independence, and a longer, more fulfilling life tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Have you ever wondered if small daily habits could be quietly taking years off your life? Many seniors unknowingly engage in behaviors that increase health risks, weaken the body, and accelerate aging. The problem is, these habits often feel harmless, or even normal, until the damage is already done. The good news? It's never too late to make simple changes that can help you live longer, stay stronger, and feel better every day. In this video, we're revealing 6 habits that steal your lifespan after 70, along with the steps you can take to avoid them and add more healthy years to your life. From diet and hydration to overlooked warning signs, each one plays a major role in how well your body functions as you age. Stay with me until the end, because the last habit on this list is one that most people completely ignore, yet it can make the biggest difference in your overall health. Let's get started. Number 1, ignoring subtle health symptoms. One of the most dangerous habits that can quietly take years off. Your life is ignoring small health warning signs. Many seniors tend to brush off fatigue, dizziness, shortness of breath, or unexplained aches, assuming they're just normal parts of aging. But in reality, these small symptoms can be early signals of serious health conditions, like heart disease, diabetes, or even cancer. The biggest mistake? Waiting until the symptoms become severe before taking action. The body has a way of giving gentle warnings before major health problems develop, and catching these signals early can make the difference between a manageable condition and a life-threatening crisis. For example, shortness of breath could indicate heart disease, where frequent urination could be a sign of diabetes, and persistent fatigue might point to an underlying thyroid issue. Many serious illnesses start slowly and silently, which is why regular health checkups and listening to your body are so important. Take Helen, for example. At 76, she began noticing occasional chest tightness and shortness of breath while climbing stairs. She figured it was just a part of getting older and ignored it for months. But one afternoon, she experienced a more intense episode that left her lightheaded and weak. A trip to the doctor revealed that she had early-stage heart disease, and her arteries were beginning to narrow. Luckily, because she caught it before it turned into a major heart attack, she was able to manage her condition with lifestyle changes and medication. Today, she feels stronger and healthier than she has in years, all because she took action in time. If you've been feeling off, experiencing new aches, or noticing unexplained changes in your body, don't ignore them. Keep track of symptoms, visit your doctor regularly, and never be afraid to ask questions about your health. Many serious conditions can be prevented or treated effectively if caught early. Your body is always speaking to you. The key to a longer life is learning to listen. If you want to add years to your life and maintain your health for as long as possible, pay attention to the signs before they turn into something serious. Number 2, not drinking enough water. One of the most common but underestimated habits that can shorten lifespan after 70 is not drinking enough water. Dehydration in older adults isn't just about feeling thirsty. It can lead to kidney strain, cognitive decline, and increased risk of heart problems. The reason is simple: as we age, the body's ability to retain water declines, and the sensation of thirst becomes weaker. This means that by the time you feel thirsty, you may already be dehydrated. But dehydration doesn't just cause discomfort, it has serious consequences. When the body lacks water, the blood thickens, making it harder for the heart to pump efficiently. This puts strain on the cardiovascular system, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks. Dehydration also slows down circulation to the brain, which can cause dizziness, confusion, and even memory issues, problems that many people mistake for signs of aging when, in reality, they're caused by something as simple as not drinking enough fluids. Take Margaret, for example. At 80, she started feeling lightheaded whenever she stood up too quickly. She also noticed that her energy levels were dropping and her skin looked drier than usual. She assumed it was just part of getting older. But after experiencing a brief episode of confusion while shopping one afternoon, her doctor ran some tests and found that she was chronically dehydrated. He advised her to start drinking at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, and within a week, she noticed a huge improvement. The dizziness disappeared, her energy returned, and she even felt more mentally sharp throughout the day. So, how can you make sure you're drinking enough water? Keep a glass of water nearby at all times. And if you have trouble remembering to drink, set a reminder or use a marked water bottle to track your intake. Drinking herbal teas, broths, or eating water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, and melons can also help keep hydration levels up. Avoid relying on coffee or sugary drinks, as these can actually dehydrate the body further. Staying properly hydrated is one of the easiest ways to protect your heart, brain, and kidneys, yet it's a habit many seniors overlook. If you want to maintain clear thinking, prevent dizziness, and support overall longevity, make sure you're drinking enough water every single day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, poor sleep quality. One of the most overlooked habits that steal years off your life. After 70 is not getting enough quality sleep. Many seniors assume that sleep problems are just a natural part of aging. But chronic sleep deprivation can weaken the immune system, raise blood pressure, and accelerate brain aging. Over time, this increases the risk of dementia, heart disease, and even premature death. The problem is that as we get older, sleep patterns change. The body produces less melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Many seniors also wake up multiple times during the night, either from discomfort, needing to use the bathroom, or simply feeling restless. But missing out on deep restorative sleep means that the body doesn't have enough time to repair itself, which leads to chronic inflammation, memory issues, and a weakened heart. Take Joseph, for example. At 77, he had been experiencing poor sleep for years. He would wake up multiple times during the night, and by morning, he felt just as tired as when he went to bed. Over time, he started feeling more forgetful and less energetic. His doctor explained that his inconsistent sleep was causing a rise in stress hormones, which were damaging his heart and making his brain age faster. Joseph decided to make a few small changes. He stopped using screens before bed, set a consistent bedtime, and started drinking chamomile tea instead of coffee in the evening. Within a month, he noticed a huge improvement. He woke up feeling refreshed, had more energy, and even felt mentally sharper throughout the day. If you want to improve your sleep and protect your health, try creating a relaxing bedtime routine. Avoid screens at least an hour before bed, since the blue light from phones and TVs can disrupt melatonin production. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, and try going to bed at the same time every night. If you have trouble falling asleep, gentle stretching, meditation, or herbal teas can help signal to your body that it's time to rest. Quality sleep is one of the most powerful ways to slow aging, boost brain function, and protect your heart. Yet many seniors don't realize just how much it affects their lifespan. If you want to stay sharp, strong, and healthy for years to come, make good sleep a top priority every night. Number 4, eating highly processed foods. One of the biggest threats to your health after 70 is eating too many highly processed foods. These foods may be convenient, but they come with serious long-term risks. They are loaded with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives that contribute to chronic inflammation, diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The body becomes less efficient at processing these harmful ingredients with age, which means that the effects of poor dietary choices add up much faster than they did in younger years. The problem with processed foods is that they trick the body into craving more while providing little to no real nutrition. Many of them are designed to be hyper-palatable, meaning they keep you coming back for more, even when your body doesn't actually need the extra calories. But beyond just weight gain, these foods spike blood sugar, raise cholesterol levels, and increase the risk of strokes and heart attacks. Over time, they damage the brain as well, with studies showing that a diet high in processed foods is strongly linked to memory loss and dementia. Take Evelyn, for example. At 74, she had always had a sweet tooth and enjoyed packaged snacks and fast food on busy days. She figured since she wasn't overweight, her diet wasn't much of a concern. But over time, she started experiencing frequent fatigue, brain fog, and joint pain. After a routine checkup, her doctor found that her blood sugar was pre-diabetic and her cholesterol was creeping into the danger zone. That's when Evelyn decided to cut back on processed foods and replace them with more whole, nutrient-dense options. Instead of packaged pastries, she started having fruit and nuts for snacks. She swapped fast food for simple home-cooked meals, and within a few months, she felt more energized, clearer-headed, and noticed her joint pain had significantly improved. If you want to protect your body and brain as you age, aim to reduce processed foods and replace them with whole, natural alternatives. Focus on fresh vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your energy levels stable. The right food choices don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, ignoring social interaction. One of the most underestimated habits that can shorten lifespan after 70 is social isolation. Many people don't realize just how much human connection impacts physical and mental health. Studies have shown that loneliness is just as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even early death. When seniors withdraw from social activities, their cognitive function declines faster, stress levels rise, and depression becomes more likely, all of which take a toll on overall health and longevity. The issue is that as people get older, social circles naturally shrink. Friends move away, family members get busier with their own lives, and certain physical limitations can make it harder to get out and stay active in the community. The result? Many seniors spend more time alone than they should, leading to emotional and physical consequences they don't even realize are happening. The brain needs constant stimulation and social engagement to stay sharp, and without it, mental decline can set in much more quickly. Take George, for example. At 78, he had lost touch with many of his old friends. His daily routine had become repetitive. He spent most of his time at home watching TV, only leaving the house for errands. Over time, he noticed that he was feeling more tired, less motivated, and even struggling to remember things as well as he used to. His doctor encouraged him to start attending a local senior group once a week. At first, he was hesitant, but after just a few meetings, he realized how much he had been missing out on. Within a few months, his mood improved. He felt more mentally alert, and even his sleep got better. If you want to stay sharp, healthy, and truly enjoy life after 70, it's crucial to stay socially active. This doesn't mean you have to be out every day, but regular conversations, activities, and community engagement can make a world of difference. Whether it's joining a hobby group, attending religious gatherings, calling old friends, or volunteering, these connections help strengthen the brain, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. A long and fulfilling life isn't just about staying physically healthy, it's also about maintaining strong, meaningful relationships. If you want to protect your heart, mind, and emotional well-being, make an effort to stay connected and engaged with those around you. Number 6, skipping strength and balance exercises. One of the most dangerous habits that can quietly steal years from your life is neglecting strength and balance exercises. As we age, muscle loss happens naturally, and without regular movement, the body becomes weaker, leading to poor balance, slower reaction times, and an increased risk of falls. The real danger isn't just in falling, it's what happens afterward. A simple fall after 70 can lead to fractures, long recovery periods, and even a decline in overall health that becomes hard to reverse. The problem is, many seniors assume that if they're still active in their daily routine, walking around the house, doing chores, or running errands, they're getting enough movement. But daily activity is not the same as targeted strength and balance training. Without exercises that actively maintain muscle tone and coordination, the body gradually becomes more fragile, less stable, and more prone to serious injuries. Take Richard, for example. At 75, he still considered himself active. He walked every day, worked in his garden, and didn't think twice about exercise. But over time, he noticed his legs weren't as strong as they used to be, and getting up from chairs felt harder. One evening, he tripped over a small rug in his living room. It wasn't a dramatic fall, but he landed awkwardly and fractured his hip. What followed was months of physical therapy, a loss of independence, and a decline in his overall confidence. His doctor later told him that had he been doing regular strength and balance exercises, his muscles and bones would have been strong enough to prevent the fall, or at least reduce the severity of the injury. The good news is, it's never too late to start. Simple strength exercises like chair squats, leg lifts, and wall push-ups can help rebuild lost muscle and improve stability. Balance exercises such as standing on one foot for a few seconds or practicing heel-to-toe walking can improve coordination and reduce fall risks. The key is consistency. Just 10-15 minutes a day can help protect your mobility, prevent injuries, and ultimately extend your lifespan. If you want to stay strong, steady, and independent for years to come, make strength and balance exercises a non-negotiable part of your routine. Even if you start small, every bit of movement counts toward a longer, healthier life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on these 6 habits that could be quietly shortening your lifespan. Many people assume that aging is simply out of their control, but the truth is, small daily choices can make a huge difference in how long and how well you live. By avoiding these harmful habits and making small, intentional changes, you can protect your health, boost your energy, and enjoy a longer, more fulfilling life. Which of these habits stood out to you the most? Have you noticed any of these patterns in your own life? We'd love to hear from you. Sharing your thoughts in the comments can help others who might be facing the same challenges. Taking care of yourself after 70 isn't about just adding years to your life. It's about making sure those years are filled with vitality, strength, and independence. Whether it's staying hydrated, getting better sleep, eating the right foods, or staying socially engaged, every step you take toward better habits is a step toward a healthier and happier future. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.